I'm just trying to get sound.
I still can't hear myself that well.
Well, I can turn you up more.
Can you? Will you? Is a better question.
When flowers return in spring.
I'll do harmony.
Will you?
When wild geese return. We don't know any words. So I was on the most interesting date last night. He was an interesting guy, and we got to a point where, I was like, okay, this is something, and of course you bring them back to their house and you have sex with them because you got to see if you want to see them again, because, and sadly, it was kind of an insufficient penis. And I'm just done with insufficient penises altogether, and it's to a point where something should.
Hello. We're recording.
I am completely embarrassed.
Yeah. Your ass wasn't last night. It was out for everybody to see. Like a baboon going out, woo-ga, woo.
You know what? Sometimes you got to put it out there.
The port light is open for everyone to see. It's like Pete's Dragon.
Coming into port.
But Jake's asshole.
That
was the original Disney.
Jake's asshole.
That was the original Disney. I'll be your butthole on the water.
From the full feature film, Jake's Asshole. Helen Reddy singing.
I am a manly woman.
Just the idea.
So many people just clicked off. They were like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, this. Let's just start the fucking show. Roll it.
Roll it.
Okay, this is TBT time. Episode 7 of Riverdale.
Hello, everybody. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Poodle, a.k.a. Jake. So I have one thing to say before we start.
What?
I have to apologize. Not really to Maddie, but really
you should apologize to me because I had to deal with it.
Really to everyone last week because I was cracked out on coffee because I had coffee at 6:30.
You don't understand how much I had to reel that in editing.
Once you're past, let's say 25, I'm close to 30 now. You can't really drink coffee at night.
Thank goodness I still can.
I was out of my mind. So
out of your goddamn
I may have been
mind.
shouting and screaming.
And at one point, I think I took it out of the edit, but at one point he just looked at the camera and went, I thought his head was going to start spinning.
At one point I levitated. It was just with so much energy.
It was too much.
Anyway, I apologize, and it won't happen again because I'm back to drinking a little bit of iced tea and our finely brewed tea here at TBT time, which mine is somehow clear water.
AKA gasoline. Well, okay, so for some of you that are watching, but also we have to say the podcast is up, so a lot of you are listening.
Oh, my God.
We are very excited about that.
We're so happy everyone's purchased the podcast.
I keep telling you they're free. People do not pay for podcasts. I told you this 5 times.
I still can't tell you. I don't know how we're making money.
We're not making
money
on this.
And I don't know why I'm still doing this.
I don't know why either. But
my kids have to get fed.
Wow.
The ones that I know of.
Yeah, the ones. Yeah, yeah. There's so many women out there that are like, ooh.
You all know who you are.
I think this is Jake's baby.
That was so gross. I grossed myself out.
That was disgusting.
Anyway,
we're going to say this a million one times, but please leave a review of the podcast if you like it.
Anything good or bad, even.
Anything good or bad. If you're bad, you're homophobic. But if you're good, even just
and we'll read you.
You can even put just 4 stars, 5 stars. You don't even have to comment. It
literally
takes
no time. We're going to have something up soon that talks about how to leave a review.
We are. If you don't know how to do it, then it'll tell you how to do it.
Because I barely know how to turn my computer on, and I can leave a review. That's not true. I don't know how to leave a review, but I'm going to find out.
He is going to find out, and it helps us in the iTunes ratings, which helps people listen to our show, and helps Jake and I get out of doing this show beside an alley where homeless people are fucking. Or cats. I don't know. They sound very similar. It's like the Nazguls out there getting a blowjob.
Nazguls. Yes.
Aren't those from Lord of the Rings? The Nazguls? I don't know.
It's a funny sounding word.
Can we just get to our
Let's
first
get
segment?
to the show.
Let's get to our first segment.
All right,
called
you guys, this shit's heating the fuck up.
It is. And now it's time for our section that we like to call
T for two and T for
For
you.
For you.
You, everybody. That's
Okay.
you out there, and you and you and you.
And we've got some comment. We had some good YouTube comments this week.
You guys.
And if you leave some reviews
great.
on the YouTube channel or on the podcast, Jake and I will read those as well on the show. We will
Yes, those count.
Those count. Those count. So, or you can go to DearMaddieShow.com or TVTime.com and leave us a message there.
Yes, please.
Okay. What is your T for two?
I always think I know where it is, and then I lose it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'm just going to go first. God damn it. All right. I want to read a comment. I know I've read a comment from him before, but Clint Hurley.
Clint Hurley,
I love-
real estate agent to the stars.
I love her. I love her. Clint.
We don't think even if you're a boy or a girl or undecided, it's fine.
Oh, you're a she to me. Okay, so I mean in a good that way because it's
We
International
respect you.
Women Day
We
week.
respect you.
Women run the world.
Girls who run the world. Girls who run the world. The future is female.
The future is female. Okay, so
I say it when it's important to open my eyes big.
apparently Jake made a comment about a rim job last episode.
I did.
Or maybe it was me, but I think it
And
was
someone
Jake.
and we asked Clint to explain it.
Yeah, we said if you
And-
don't know what a rim job is,
And you know
Google
what?
it.
Clint motherfucking came
You
through.
know, and Clint fucking came through.
Come through.
Clint said a rim job is obviously when you pay special attention to the rims of your car until it spurts oil and begs to be filled by the gas pump. That is
It could be either one.
That is disgusting and wonderful. That is the best description of a
I
rim
think it's
job.
hot.
Wow. I just imagine you like a leather swing with like 40 guys going, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like the Kool-Aid man fucking you.
And those gas things go, the pistons pumping.
Yes, pretty much.
I just scared off half of our audience.
And you were wearing Doc Martens. Anyway,
Okay, I'm gonna
Clint
keep- I'm gonna
Hurley.
keep going.
If this solidifies, Clint, you are our line producer.
Thank you, Clint.
It's official. With
if
comments
we ever,
like these,
if
of
we
this
ever have
pedigree,
credits, we're going to give you a credit
if we
as line
ever,
producer.
he also said something about the show, but I don't fucking care about that. I like the rim job comment.
Yeah,
So,
it was too long for us to read.
yeah. No, mine's no, I like it.
Mine is from Little Miss Dysthmia, which is Little Miss Dys. Can you say Little Miss Dysthmia?
Yeah, I think it's is it dysthymia?
Little Miss Dysthymia.
Let me look.
Little
at
Miss
this.
Dysthmia. Dysthymia. Little Miss Dysthymia. Little Miss Dysthymia.
No, it's dysthymia. Dysthymia is a.
You can tell us, Little Miss Dysthymia.
Dysthymia is,
Little Miss
is
D.
like depression that goes on forever. Dysthymic disorder. So,
And with that,
well, that's I learned in school.
let's keep going.
So little.
She says,
I hope we're cheering you
Little
up.
Miss D
I hope we're cheering you up.
says, I love Peter Pan collars. Thank you. Thank you.
And she also says they go great with my dark,
more
aesthetic.
You know what? Go
You know
on.
what?
Live your life.
She has a
Live
look.
your life.
She has a look.
Live your life.
You don't have a look. You're just
Live your
wanting to
life,
wear
Miss
a Peter
D.
Pan collar. This isn't. She's Miss Dysthymia is intentional. You're just.
You know what? I celebrate all. I don't judge.
Oh my God! Boy, that's the truth. Now,
I
I want to go on.
I have
but
one more,
yes,
just
exactly.
because
you
I
can't
just-
ever just follow the fucking
because
rules.
here's why. This is from Margarita Rosario.
Woo!
And she says, first time I saw you and I loved it. Gonna subscribe. Love from Portugal.
Good for you.
Here's the thing. I just love Portugal, and I love like Portuguese vowels. How it's like
What?
all with the end, a with the little squiggle
Why
over
do you
it.
really love
Portuguese
Portugal?
men,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they're gorgeous.
Do you know
They're so hot.
their peni or penises? They're really some of the biggest in the. I mean, it is huge.
Read it in my face.
I think something else.
I'm
was
not
in your,
gonna-
I think something else was in your face. And if you're listening to the
I'm not gonna
podcast, you don't want to see his
I'm
face.
not going to go on, but let's just say that topic has been covered.
Is that where you got your first colostomy bag in Portugal? You know what? Also, I want to.
Good emergency care there.
It's
That's my.
everybody else. Great comments.
So now we're adding.
Nick's,
Now
thank
he
you.
can add another one.
Nick's was great about
Nick's,
mentioning
thank you. You're
where
lovely.
Cheryl- I didn't know what your abbreviation meant, but I appreciate the HBIC.
Yeah, we had to. It's the head bitch in charge.
I didn't know that. That
Yeah.
was new to me.
God
that was new to
damn
me.
it.
That was new to me. All right, T. Well,
Let's
that was
start into
T
it.
for two and
T for
you.
you.
It's time
You.
You. For this was for you. For you.
You.
For
For
you. All right. Let's.
I'm like that one girl hanging on a note. Literally, just hanging on for dear life.
I don't know.
All right, we're going to go and get into our tea bags.
Top 10 tea bags.
Top 10 tea
Okay,
bags.
everybody, if you're new to the
My
podcast,
5,
we
his
have,
5.
We have 10 tea bags.
My 5 are always
They
better.
don't go in order, but they don't
Tough
go in
fucking
importance
luck.
either. They just
Nope.
go how we
And
see
none of them are really important.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we think is important.
kind of what we think. So go ahead. You can go first this week.
No, you go.
No, I went first last week.
All right. So I loved the very, very beginning and the opening of this.
This is why I wanted you to go, because it's a good start. So
So it
was
starts
great.
out, Jughead's kind of having a, we don't know it, but it's his dream.
I had a
and-
dream.
Shut up. Shut up.
I dreamed it for you, Juggy.
Shut up. So we start out, and it's almost this kind of like quasi-comic. Everything isn't like in 2 dimensions, and so there it's this great like reference to the comics.
It looks
and
like
everything
Pleasantville.
Yeah, it looks Pleasantville. Everything it looks very like 50s, 60s, perfect.
And he's wearing the actual Jughead like hat.
Yes, the actual one. And it's like then you're thinking this is what people see me as, and I
Yeah.
loved it. Anytime they refer to this kind of like meta world outside themselves, I think that's brilliant.
and
this show
refers
does that
to the
very
history
well.
of where they're coming from.
Amen.
Which they do that
This microphone
so,
still smells like beer.
They do that so well.
Someone else had it last
Do you want
time.
to switch little things?
Too late.
Okay. Well, it's too late, baby. Oh, it's too late.
Too late. Literally. Move on.
All right.
That's mine.
I loved it. I loved it too.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
Okay, so my next tea bag is okay. I want to talk about. I really liked. I just like.
Notice
how,
he's not using the iPad. You're welcome.
I didn't charge it, and so I charged it while we were watching the show.
Isn't
for
it
the
better
music.
that we're
No,
both
it's
using
not.
pads?
No, it's not. It rustles. It makes noise. I had to waste paper. I don't want to kill trees. You know, I'm thinking about the earth
As opposed
and
to precious
environment.
metals with your iPad,
Mm-hmm.
which
Exactly.
causes wars in Africa.
You know what? This causes wars in forest between squirrels. They
What's
had
that?
to fight for.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
All right. So I want to talk about. It was very little, but I love that they're in the Starbucks student lounge, which I still have a problem with. It's still too nice for any fucking.
It is.
Who has a student lounge?
No one.
We went to the picnic tables by the breezeway. That's where we
Breezeway.
talked. That's where and when it rained, half the time we were outside.
Oh, when it rained, we were all up against the building like this,
Yes.
like trying to stay out of
Yes.
it, and we had to yell because it was really loud on the tin roof.
yes, we had tin roofs too. It looks like a goddamn.
We grew up
piece
in the
of coffee.
fucking country.
We did grow up in the country. Surprised they just didn't have a horse stand over us under the rain, kick us. Anyway,
That being said, the student lounge is
the
absurd.
student lounge is absurd, but that's not my tea bag. My tea bag is.
We'll get there
I
soon.
love it when Jughead puts his arm. You know, he puts his arm
Oh.
on Betty, kind of rubs her like
Ooh,
that.
keep rubbing.
No, that's gross.
My back hurts.
And so, and he
Where's
rubs
my
her back,
Theracane?
and then we see this look of Ronnie and Archie, and they're like, "What?" And please don't use your back cane. No, put that. Please don't. Put
I need
your-
a little
okay,
back therapy.
If you're listening to the podcast, Jake is literally taking out his back cane. That,
It's
like,
Theracane,
that-
available on Amazon.com.
No,
I
I-
will be your spokesperson.
We are not
in a
sponsoring.
second.
He is literally. Put it down, please.
$5,000 a month.
Next thing you know, you're gonna pop out your dildo. That's all we need. Not gonna get that.
Can I
pressure
borrow
point.
yours?
It's at the cleaners.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Hopefully getting a Silkwood shower.
Can I get to my tea bag, please. So
I had to help my back.
My tea bag is just Archie and Betty's look. That's it. You've ruined the tea bag. There's no point.
I agree. They were very sweet with each other. So Jughead and Betty are. I'm gonna follow up with that on mine.
Great. Glad that was important for everything. Sorry, Nix. You probably want to hear that, but no. Clint, make a note.
Nix, get a Theracane. It's like hurricane, but with Thera in front of it.
You know what? We got it. We got it.
They come in lots of colors. If that's important to you. So I love the little burgeoning Jughead Betty thing, and I'll have more to say about that later.
I like it's a little less brother-sistery this episode.
It is, but I don't know where it's going to go, and I enjoy not knowing. But I want to talk about my next one.
Okay.
And that is, we've decided to Polly is out there.
Polly. Mm-hmm.
It's like the X-Files. The truth is out there.
The truth is out there.
Sorry, that was terrible. That's not it at all.
That's the Downton Abbey theme. I was thinking the Downton Abbey theme.
That's the faggiest thing I've heard today, and I've taught musical theater all day. I love that theme. I once heard a gay remix of that to a techno beat. And I said, this is the single gayest thing I've ever heard.
Why we in Downton? You know you're gonna be mine.
You know you're gonna be mine. Hit it, Lady Mary. Sorry, if you don't watch Downton Abbey, that was lost on all of you.
Some shows,
and if you haven't, you should.
On some shows, we've gone off the rails.
This is way off, and I didn't even have coffee. We've actually both had long days today.
What's your tea bag? What is your tea bag?
It's about the search party.
Oh, God, the search party.
Okay, so the search party starts because they're trying to find
they're looking
Polly.
For Polly. They're looking for Polly.
And so, first of all, I didn't know it was also a fashion exposition. So, first of all, Betty's there in her normal flannel. Betty's mom is there, like in her nicest little trench, and she's got her little purse,
like a Coach
and she's
purse.
kind of going through her little blue purse.
It's like that aqua blue everybody's wearing.
Then
my mom
the
loves
crowds
that color
part, and the Blossoms show up in riding gear,
and full on. Like
she's got the riding boots,
the Duchess of Cambridge riding.
It's
gear.
like the royal family at Balmoral. There's 4 beagles in front of them, and the beagle's like, oh.
It's a lot.
It was a spectacular moment.
It was.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We gasped.
It was completely ridiculous, and I loved it. Moving on.
This show is really good about
finding gay things.
Yes, about slow motion reveals. With
wonderful.
People walking.
Those riding boots, I gasped.
It's like when Ronnie was a cat.
Speaking of, Cheryl is back. We're very happy
Cheryl
about that. Thank you, Cheryl.
Everybody's back in this episode except for really Josie. This isn't a tea bag, but I'm going to
she was kind of a token this week.
I don't feel like
she was kind of a token this week.
Yeah, I don't really feel like they know what to do with her.
No, I don't. I agree.
They try to have that one episode, and
when I talk about black people, I have to talk about the side of my mouth.
That is racist.
I'm talking about on the show.
Oh, because they said that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not racist. All right. Lord, who said
I wasn't
that?
being racist.
No, who said that?
No one. I did. I'm saying I'm making fun of the way the show treats black people.
Oh, so you were actually
marginalizes them. Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for calling me a racist in front of all our audience, though.
You know what? I take it back. You weren't. You were actually pointing out that they could be more sensitive.
Because I was 4 steps ahead of you, as usual. Yes.
Well.
Anyway, go on to your next tea bag.
Okay, my next tea bag is Cheryl's mother, Betty's mother announces at a press conference that Polly is preggers.
Oh!
And the Blossoms run out of the thing, and they're scandalized.
Because God forbid.
And I just want to say, I'm from a small town. You're from a small town.
You are? I've never heard you talk about it before.
I know, Lone Grove. Is pregnancy really that big a deal in a small town?
Girls were pregnant in 9th grade in my junior high.
I mean, come on. Tina Hammer, she did it. Good for her. She did it.
Tanis Hansen was pregnant in 9th grade.
Her son's in college now. I feel old as shit.
She was doing her earth science experiments and with the big old belly.
Yeah, nobody cared. They went to home ec. It wasn't a big deal.
Nope.
So I'm just
you go to school until you're 16. You go out and drop out, and you have your baby, and you're on disability, and it's fine.
And then you go and you get your GED. Big boo. You go into. I literally know people that went on to college, live full lives. I just want to say
we are not advocating teenage pregnancy.
I'm not. It's not an easy road to hoe.
Family planning is the way to go.
Yes. Give your money to Planned Parenthood because nobody else is.
I stand with Planned Parenthood.
I do too.
I'm a member.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wish they quit sending me so much shit. It's upsetting a little bit.
Anyway, that's my thing.
Sorry. Anyway, we're saying when Polly was pregnant, everyone's like, oh!
Literally,
oh
yeah.
my
They were
goodness.
like, oh my gosh, scandal. I'm like,
because
really...
that's never happened before. Because you know what? 18-year-old girls are fertile as the fucking Mississippi Delta.
That is the truth. That is true. You know,
because that's when like evolutionarily, that's when we were supposed to get pregnant.
You know what? My friend told her daughter. She said, because she told her younger daughter who was worried about was starting to get into boys.
This
she
is
said,
going to be awful.
No, she told. It's almost true. They're so fertile. She told her. She said, Mommy, how do you get pregnant? Because her daughter was like 10 at the time. She said, well, when you lay down with them, their seed spills out of their pocket and gets in your pants. I thought that was fucking genius. That's a good thing. So she said, "Don't
try not to cough and spill all my
She said,
tea.
"Don't lay down with the boy, because that's where you get into trouble when
and
you lay
seed
down
spills
with them."
out and it gets in your pants.
No, but you don't think about it. Anytime you lay,
hee-haw!
But anytime you lay down with the boy, did you stay out of trouble?
Never.
Yes.
You know what? Also, another thing my mother would say:
What?
Nothing good can be talked about on the phone after midnight. And you know what?
That's true.
She was right. Everybody out there, think about it. There's nothing good that can be talked about after midnight.
Nothing.
My mother would. I'd be talking on the phone at night. We had our own line. My mother would pick up. I think it's time for you to get up to be in bed.
We had our own line too.
Mm-hmm.
My phone number is 657 Matt. It's spelled 6288. It's spelled Matt. My dad got it for me. He tried to get Mar, but somebody already had it. It said, I wanted to get 657 Stud, but somebody already had that too. So we got Matt.
Oh, I just learned a lot about you. That makes sense.
I had a clear phone. It lit up.
Of course you did. Party
Okay.
line. It was a party line.
Yes, okay. Whose
it's-
teabag is it? Is it mine?
Did I just do my
No,
next
I
one?
just talked about teen pregnancy.
So it's my turn.
Your turn.
In a very lighthearted way.
Yes, I did.
My third one is a little bit more of a generic one as well.
Okay.
I've talked about it before, but I can't get over the costume details. The little tiny things. Like Cheryl came in and the camera like kind of zoomed in on her little like spider pin she had on, very kind of predatory. And like Veronica has those little bows. Betty has her little, even though her flannels are like very feminine. But we were talking about before, everything is like 50s, almost like a nod to 50s and female glamour. And the women, especially the parents, are always very glamorous. That's the Lodge, Hermione, which I'll talk about later, Betty's mom, and even Cheryl's mom. Like, it's very glamorous. The men, however, look like schlubs. But that's fine.
They either wear plaid or Brooks Brothers shirts.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of that.
And the guys are, I still don't, Clint, if you know what the S is on Jughead's shirt.
Help us.
What is that for?
Anybody out there who's been with the comic for a while. Anyway, I love all those little details, and I keep loving seeing them.
I like them, too. I feel like it's always, especially for the women, there's something nostalgic. It's again, I feel like it's referencing 50s all the time.
And now, at the same time, they're trying to break out of those same roles, especially Veronica. Anyway, we just had a very serious moment there.
We did, because about fucking costumes. That was scary.
I'm sure there's a dick joke right around the corner.
My next teabag, speaking of, okay,
here we are.
I want to talk about that club that they went to. What was the name again? Raising Cane?
Club
Eye
Eye Roll.
I can't read my writing.
Club
Eye.
Where is it? Where's
Roving Eye.
Club Roving Eye. Club Eye Roll.
Club Eye Roll.
Club Eye Roll.
You've been to that. Roving Eye Club.
That's a gay club.
Which just sounds slutty.
Club Eye Roll is a gay club.
So they go to this club, and there's like, they're showing the lights, and then the DJ and Bart.
This is not a small town.
This is not a small
town club.
This looked fancy, like the gay bar they had in Oklahoma City
this
called
looks
Angles.
Like
Angles was
that is
fancy.
not ankles or angles. ankles away. And the picture is of someone's ankles up in the air. No, I just made it better. I just came up with a real name.
No, it's called angles. Get it? It's not straight. It's an angle.
I like mine better.
Ankles.
Ankles. Ankles away.
Oh, well, this bar.
That being said,
like, I mean, did y'all have a
This-
small town? Did y'all have a bar in your small town? We had one.
yeah, we had the stop. They sold beer until like 10. And let me just say, it was the last stop. Like, you went there when, like, your wife left you.
We had this called the Starlight, and they called it the Starlight because
Sounds glamorous.
it was a metal like warehouse that they had turned into a bar. And they 1 year, I think for Christmas, they took Christmas lights and made a star, and they just kept it up. So everybody just kept on the Starlight. But half of the star fell, so it just looked kind of like this, like a wonky like.
And that's why everyone in his hometown does meth now.
You know what? A lot of them do. But yeah, and we had karaoke. My friend Talina.
Stop saying the name.
No.
Talina is not a name.
You know what? She is one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. I think she's lesbian now too. She is.
That's happened a lot with you.
She is a great
Singers
singer.
who you know turn into lesbians.
I mean, she could be on America's Got Voice. Talent.
That is not a show.
Whatever.
America Got Voice.
America Got Voice.
Coming to Fox 3.
Talina, I love
Coming
you.
to Fox 3.
You have the voice of an
America
angel.
Got Voice.
She does. The girl can sing.
All
right.
Anyway,
What's
there
your
was a lot.
next teabag?
The club was kind of date rapey.
It was
and
date
a little,
rapey.
A little weird.
It looked a little like 90s American Psycho.
It did.
Right?
But nothing really happened at
And
Club
also,
Eye Roll.
were they underage drinking?
They were, but
Maybe I approved.
I really expected something glamorous to happen there or something debaucherous, and it didn't,
It
which
was
kind of
really
pissed
like
me
they just
off.
went I know. We got more crazy at Skateland.
Or our first opportunity at Club Red
Oh, Club Red.
in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Club Red. When Jake and I were camp counselors, we would go to Club Red. Whew. It was like the one gay club.
Beverly Hillbillies.
All in Western Massachusetts. We would drive.
Country.
It was like 45 minutes to that club, wasn't it?
was.
And it would be a bunch
like-
of gay guys and theater girls.
It was very far from heaven. That gay club in Far From Heaven. When everyone turned around and looking at you.
We lost you at one point, right? Didn't you go? Did you go home with the guy, or where did you go?
Which time?
Maybe you
I
call that
had a
place-
couple friends that summer.
I know what
I
you
made
did
some-
last summer.
I made some contacts.
Derek, Andre, Jesus, Carlos.
No Latin ones that summer. It just
It's Western Massachusetts. Oh, it's all like Sean,
Yeah. Sean,
Gareth,
Brandon.
Gareth, Brandon.
Irish last
Irish.
names.
Did they have the disgusting
Who
accent?
beat their wives after they have sex with you.
Wow, okay. Well, that's just a...
Don't act mock
Let's
surprised.
put the spotlight on that one. What's your next? Whose turn is it?
I've already gone.
Okay, is it my
It's
turn?
your turn.
Thank
I just talked about
God.
spousal abuse in a gay club. So.
Oh, well, it's mine. I just talked about.
Oh, it's my
Clubs,
turn.
it's
It is
your
my
tea
turn.
bag.
Oh, it's number 4. Oh, okay. I want to talk about Hermione Lodge.
Okay.
First of all, the new extensions she
She
has
is kinda like
are on point.
Like, she is a little bit even
point.
Longoria light.
She is a little Eva Longoria. Yeah.
Yeah, which I love. I love Eva Longoria.
I would say Eva Longoria light.
Light.
Eva Longoria has a little more personality than, but that may be the way the actress is
That may be the
written.
way. I think she's a good actress. I think it's going to change.
I don't know. She's she had that really like luxurious robe, where
she's
it was like
always-
very satiny, and they live in that really great. But she's still like
And every
needs
time she's
to work.
And, yeah. And
so
every
I
time
don't-
she's home, she's carrying wine.
Yeah,
Like a big
I
glass
don't-
of wine.
I don't know if the writers want her to be poor or rich.
I don't know what they want either.
It's strange. It's a character I don't really understand yet, and I don't know where she is at in her growth. I'm.
It's a big wine glass too. It's like one of those wine glasses that looks like a regular one, but you can pour a whole bottle
exactly.
into it.
It's like that big, or that has like a bottle on the bottom of it, and you just drink from the glass.
Yes, because I imagine though, because it's all this fancy place, but I imagine in the kitchen there's like a magnet on the refrigerator that you turn around and it says wine time
Or wine o'clock.
Yeah, every time she turns when she gets home because she's ready, she's opening that bottle of rosé. Wine o'clock.
It's wine 30.
Wine 30. Wine thirsty. But her extensions are on point.
Yeah, the extensions are on point though.
The extensions are on point.
Camilla, what's her name? No, that's Veronica. Sorry.
That's Veronica, yeah.
Anyway, I have questions about that character. I enjoy it, but I kind of want to see her do something that's a little different.
And this episode really, we talked a little bit, but this episode,
there's some rocky shit going on.
But I thought this episode did a good job, though, of, for the most part, talking about the relationships of the parents to the kid. Each kid had something they're dealing with their parent.
And as we said, I think the last episode, the parents are way more fucked up than the kids.
Way more fucked up.
Almost always.
You said this, though. I know this isn't a teabag, but I do want to say it. It's like, this is a little bit one of our first kind of throwing a little shade on the show, a little bit. This episode, I feel like the last episodes have been very plot-heavy.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I get it. They need to establish, like, what's going on, but I feel like
character.
I feel like
really
we can
important.
let this breathe a little bit.
However, I want to talk about that. To move to that, I want to talk about this is Jughead's episode, and this was character.
It was great for Jughead.
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry, I'm jumping into another teabag of mine.
That's fine. You just do yours. Just do them all.
I've got an extra one, so it's okay.
Oh, glad. I'm glad you have 6 now.
Otherwise, why not break the fucking format altogether?
I haven't read even my last one, but go ahead.
Resist! Hashtag stand up.
Yeah, that's what it means to read another fucking teabag. Wow.
This is Jughead's episode. This kid is great. If he was the little boy on Sweet Life and Zack and Cody,
he was on Friends.
He's on Friends.
He wasn't the one that showed his dick on Instagram. That was his brother.
That's his brother. So, but you have to.
They're identical
twins. We've all seen Jughead's cock. So, which reminds me, he's staying with Archie now. So
that's my last teabag. Don't you steal it from me! Did anybody think of
Sorry.
Archie?
I'll keep going. This is Jughead's great episode.
Yeah, it's his episode.
He has this shit to deal with his father. He's, basically taking him for questioning.
And then Archie's dad stands up for him and lies for him.
And he's just doing great work. He's really being thoughtful about what he says. He's kind of the Can you please not do that?
I'm sorry, I just had an idea.
Well, hold it. That's what people do when they don't interrupt people.
Keep going.
God.
Keep going.
I'm just going to be quiet and let it stew. There we are. Can you hear it boiling over? And this is going to be ridiculous, just so everyone knows.
Waiting.
I can't say it because I can't talk about this because your excitement is so palpable. Go ahead and say what you need to say.
I just realized this episode is also about true loyalty, like loyalty more than family. Archie's dad standing up for Jughead, Cheryl at the end coming to Pauline saying you got to get out because her parents are going to betray them.
You know what,
it's
everybody?
About blood is not thicker than water.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut occasionally. And this blind squirrel to my left has found a nut.
Admit it, I'm right.
I agree.
All right, finish your extra teabag, and then I'll finish mine.
No, yours is next, and I have one more after that. I did my. That's what I'm saying.
Well, this is my last one.
I know, and I'm done.
So now okay,
I'm done.
Okay. Well, my last one is. I don't think it's very realistic, again, that Archie was laying out of bed for Jughead. In the real world, 2 young, strapping...
I think I know where you're going with this.
High school, but actually over age. Both over the age of 18, but playing high schoolers boys, so I'm not...
They're friends.
They're just hanging out.
Just hanging out of bed. It's fine. You sleep in the bed with your friends.
Just sleep in the bed with your friends.
And you know what? And if your pants get a little tight during the night, you take them off.
You just take them. It's uncomfortable. It's
and
uncomfortable.
You know what?
It just
if you see your friend getting a little bit of a, maybe an erection in the night, you take care of it because that's what friends do.
Friends do.
I could write the fuck out of this.
Forever, if the
Lord's
the Lord of them.
Thank you, Michael W. Smith. Where is he? I kind of thought he was hot when I was younger.
I thought Michael W.
His kind of like little scruffy beard.
Yeah,
I really did have a crush on Michael W. Smith. I'm just okay, everybody. I'm just coming to terms with this. I'm having an epiphany on not national television because we'll never be on national television, but in front of tens of people, I'm having an epiphany.
Well, every squirrel's about to nut, and apparently over here.
All right. Anyway,
Calm yourself.
So I could write the fuck out of that /fiction. I would say
it would. It would be.
Yeah.
We didn't see Archie shirtless this episode.
Boo!
Boo hiss.
I have one little teabag lit.
I'm glad you have just 20.
It's a bonus. I want to talk
Why do I even have the goddamn
I want to talk about, that's my move of throwing things up in the air. I want to talk about the time that everyone addresses Betty's mother by her Christian name. They say, anything for Alice Cooper. And all I can think of is, school's out! Fall summer! School's out! Forever! It's ridiculous.
Were you with us when we went to that karaoke bar in the Valley once? And it was Mario Lopez's
This
birthday
already
party?
sounds sad.
No, remember when?
This was at
Dimples.
Dimples.
It's
Yeah,
closed,
I was there. Yeah, and Mr. Belding was there.
Yes, we.
He's
Mario.
always there.
This was a great story. It was Mario Lopez's birthday.
It's always great when you say this is a great story.
And it's true. Mario Lopez's ass is amazing. You could eat lunch on it, dinner, and then have pate.
We're moving.
Anyway, so we're there in karaoke, and all of a sudden, I'm not fucking kidding you, Mr. Belding gets up and sings
School's
Out for Summer, and the place goes fucking... we all went bananas.
I almost started crying, and I didn't know where I was.
I was overstimulated. My eyes crossed.
I thought this... I'm like, this is... And I remember thinking, this is a Hollywood evening.
Yes, it was so cool.
Fucking Mr. Belding. Then I realized he was there every Friday night. So it's not as interesting.
Well, glad you ruined that
Dimples.
one.
I had a birthday there. It might have been that night.
It was your birthday.
It's all coming back to me.
Wow, yeah.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me.
We can't do Celine. We don't have time for Celine. We're already over time.
Anyway, so we're already over time. So we're going to talk about our last segment, reading the tea leaves. I see in the future. That's the new way we introduce that. Not a Star Trek theme. I talked about it before. I kind of hate this answer that I gave. So I don't know if I want to say it.
What?
You know what? I'm just being honest.
What are your teeth?
I kind of want to see where the whole Betty Jughead thing goes.
You said that last week, actually.
I know, and I kind of hate it now.
Mm.
It's lame.
Well, I have one. You shot down the one I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to talk about the more important one. I want more Kevin sex.
That's supposedly one. No,
That's
not more Kevin sex. You want some.
And that's the one Jake shot down and said it's never going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen, or they will never show sex.
You know what? I want him and Moose to mount up. I'm sorry.
Moose!
We need some diversity in the show. No, we do. I mean, yes, stuff happens.
More like a Muppet sound.
It's true. We have stuff like Jason's Jackets is in Skeet Ulrich's house, but I don't care. I want to see some gay sex.
I think the show's been pretty diverse right now, except for some of the token shit that happened this episode with Josie.
It's people like you that accept the common denominator that don't move us ahead. That's all I'm going to say to that.
We're two white men. We can't say shit like this.
Fine.
You know what?
About our goddamn white privilege. And
anyway,
move on.
So that's this week's episode.
That is this week's episode.
We have to tell you, Riverdale will not be new for 3 weeks until March 30th.
30th.
However, we have some surprises.
We do. We're
the weeks while we're away.
We're still going to be here for the weeks while you're away.
You will love it.
You will love it. Also, if you miss this is a great time to watch the new show that we're also recapping on FX.
Feud! Betty and Joan.
Totally different type of show. It's so
we clean out a little more.
We clean out a little more, and
we have a lot. We got a lot to say.
It's about two women who
at odds with you, who are very different.
We can't relate at all. We can't relate at all.
Having to do a show together.
Yes, boy,
for survival.
Survive. We can't. we're late.
I've never heard of it before.
I don't know. Anyway, it cuts deep.
And they hate each other.
It's such a great show. Jessica Lange and Susan Sarandon.
Giving drag queen realness.
Realness.
Every bit of it.
So that show comes on Sunday. So that episode, is coming up on Mondays.
On Monday. Yep.
So again, if you like this show, if you're watching this show, if you're listening to this show, really like the biggest,
give us a review.
Give us a
comment.
Fucking review on iTunes. That's so helpful for us. And yeah,
we love all of you.
And we'll be back doing our little things.
Wait for us next week. We got something special.
Something special, meaning we don't know what the fuck we're going to do yet, but we're going to figure it out. Bye!